ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनामधीरमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् Now we'll look at this topic of combinatorics, which appears right from Sandar. So we'll just try to first understand what is permutation and combination, so that those who have left school and college long time back will quickly revise on that. There is a presentation I had prepared mainly for children, so you will find some chocolates and things appearing here. Combinations, we just have to think of this word selection, and permutation means arrangement. So if we have to select something out of a number of given things, suppose we have to select, there are 3 students, out of that we have to select 2 students. How many ways are there? So either we can select these 2 students, or we can select these 2, or we can select these 2. So there are 3 ways of selecting 2 students out of 3 students. Right? So like that, if there are 4 students, how many different ways are there of selecting 2 students? Or how many ways are there for selecting 3 students from 4 students? So how many possible ways are there of selection? That is what we do in combinations. In permutations, what we do is, how many different ways are there for arranging students? Suppose there are 3 students and we have to arrange 2 students out of 3 students, or we have to arrange, let us say all the 3 students. So it can be 3 students. One arrangement can be, or let us initially take 2 students, A and B. Another arrangement is B and A. So here it is not selection. It is not that out of A comma B, 2 students, we are taking 2 students. We are arranging 2 students in 2 different ways. So this is like, we can, instead of thinking of A and B, we can think of the numbers 1 and 2. So if we have to make 2-digit numbers without any repetition, how can we make? So either it can be 1, 2, or it can be 2, 1. So 2 different ways are there. What if there is repetition? It can be 1, 1 as well as 2, 2. Right? So all these things, these are arrangements. So if you have to arrange a certain number of things from a given number of things, so that is permutation. When we talk about selection from a certain number of students, selected from a certain number of students, comes under combination. We will just quickly look at few notations that we have to see here. That is this 4 and an exclamation mark, we call it 4 factorial. Earlier it was also written, it used to be written as something like this, 4 and this was called 4 factorial. So what does 4 factorial means? 4, starting from 4, we multiply every number up to 1. So this is what is called 4 factorial. 3 factorial means 3 into 2 into 4, 3 into 2 into 1. 10 factorial means starting from 10, go multiplying the numbers up to 1. So if you are having something like it's 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial, so we can write it like this: 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is our 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial will be 3 into 2 into 1. So we can think of a shortcut for doing this. Up to here we can write, and then instead of this 3 into 2 into 1, we can write 3 factorial. Right, 3 into 2 into 1, and here also denominator we can write 3 factorial. So this we can directly cancel. So 7 into 6 into 5 into 4. So if there is a question like this, 7 factorial upon 3 factorial, we don't have to actually multiply everything and divide. Here we can cancel. Suppose it is 10 factorial upon 8 factorial. If we keep on writing from 10 to 1, it will take a lot of time. So we can say 10 into 9 into 8 factorial divided by 8 factorial. So this we can directly cancel. 10 into 9 is 90. Right? So these are a few notations that you will come across while doing permutations and combinations. And while doing for this factorial notation, 2 factorial will be 2 into 1. 1 factorial would be 1 into 1, and many cases we get 0 factorial. So 0 factorial is also considered as 1. It is not considered as 0. One probable reason can be how many possible ways are there of arranging 0 things, or say so there is only one possible way, that is no possible way. So even that is not possible. So this is about factorial notation, and we can just look at these questions just to get a feel of that. If you have to select 3 chocolates from 3 given chocolates, so these are the 3 given chocolates, a 5-star, a Perk and a Dairy Milk. So we have to select 3 given chocolates, 3 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. How many ways are there to select? So we have to select 3 chocolates and 3 are given. So there is only one way. We have to select all the chocolates, right? So how many possible ways? There is only one possible way to select 3 from 3. Suppose we have to select 2 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. Again, the chocolates are the same. A 5-star, a Perk and a Dairy Milk, and 5-star. So there are 3 possible ways: first, second, or third. Right? So in our notation for combinatorics, the first one, this is the number of chocolates which is given to us, and from that we are selecting, so combination, and from that we have to select 3. So it is written as 3C3. 3C3, we are getting the result as 1. And out of 3, when we have to select 2, it is written as 3C2, which is 3 ways. Right? How we are getting this, we will see it later. Again, if you have to select 1 chocolate from 3 given chocolates, so again there are 3 ways. So this we will write as 3, C and 1. Suppose we have to select 0 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. So how many ways are there? There is only one way, and there is no way. Right? So this would be, out of 3, we are selecting 0. How many ways are there? There is no way. No way is considered as one way. There are 0 ways of selecting. Okay, so let us think of 4 chocolates. So from 4 given chocolates, in how many ways can you select 4 chocolates? So 4, C4. Again we will get only one way. Next is we have to select 3 chocolates from 4 different chocolates. So let us just see. So here I am keeping a 5-star, a Perk and a Dairy Milk. Then I will just change the last chocolate to a Kit Kat instead of Dairy Milk. So this is our 4th new chocolate. Okay. So a 5-star, a Perk and a Kit Kat. This is the second way. Third way is I will choose 5-star and a Dairy Milk and a Kit Kat. Then a Perk and a Dairy Milk and a Kit Kat. Is there any other way apart from this? Yes, you can think. You can think of other possible ways. Is there any other possible way? There is no other possible way. So how many ways are there? There are 4 ways. So we say 4C3 equals 4. And if we have to select 2 chocolates from 4 given chocolates, 5-star, a Perk, 5-star Dairy Milk, 5-star Kit Kat. Perk Dairy Milk, Perk Kit Kat. Dairy Milk, Kit Kat. You can think of other possible ways if it is possible. So out of 4 given chocolates, if you are selecting 2, the number of possible ways are 6. So every time when the numbers are small, 4 and 2, we can in fact try it out. But what if the numbers are big? We need some formula using which we can get these and results faster. So what is that? So just look at this. So our first result, if you remember, from 4 chocolates, this is not in the same order, 4 chocolates, 3 we are selecting. So it was this. It is the same picture we had earlier. I have just reduced the size. So how many different ways are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 ways are there. Here from 4 chocolates, if I have to select one, again there are 4 ways. From 4, if I have to select 4, there is only one way. And from 4, if I have to select 0, that is also one way. And if I have to select 2 from 4, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ways. Right? So something that we can observe here is 4C3 is 4 and 4C1 is also 4. Both are same. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. Right? And 4C4. So if you have to select all the 4, there is one way. If you have to select 0, there is also, for that also there is only one way. So keeping this thing in mind, we can, there is a formula that we can think of, not think of, rather there is a formula that we use, and the formula is called NCR equals n factorial into n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial. So let us take 4C3. So what is 4 factorial? N is 4. So n, C, r. So n is 4, r is 3. So n, so what is that formula? It says n factorial, that is 4 factorial upon 4 minus 3 factorial multiplied by 3 factorial. Right? So if we have 4C1, what will it be? Again, NCR equals n factorial upon n minus r factorial into r factorial. So here our n is 4. So 4 factorial divided by n minus r. So 4 minus 1 factorial into r factorial, which is 1 factorial. So as we can see here, both these things are nothing but one and the same. 4 factorial upon 1 factorial into 3 factorial, and here we have 4 factorial upon, this is 1, 3 factorial into 1 factorial, 1 factorial. So these two things are nothing. So that is why we are getting one and the same thing, right? Okay. So keeping this thing in mind, maybe we can just try out how many possible ways are there for if we are given 5 chocolates, and out of that we have to select 5 chocolates. So how many ways can be there? Only one way, because all the 5 has to be selected. Right? So 5C5 will be 1. Now we can just verify using this formula, that is 5C5 equals 5 factorial upon n minus r. So 5 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial. This one is 5, r factorial. So this will be our 5 factorial upon, this is 5 minus 5 is 0 factorial into 5 factorial. So 0 factorial is 1 as we discussed. So this and this we can cancel. There is only one possible way. What if we have to select 2 chocolates out of 5 given chocolates? It will be 5C2. So can you just work out how many possible ways will be there? 60. And what about 5C3? N here is 5. N is 5. So 5 factorial upon 5 minus 2 factorial, which is 3 factorial, into r is 2. So 2 factorial. Right? So we are having 5 into 4 into, can I write 3 factorial? Because I have a 3 factorial here to divide, upon 3 factorial into 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1, which is 2. 3 factorial and 3 factorial we can cancel. This and this we cancel, we get 2. So 5 2s are 10. Right? What about 5C3? Just try out 5C3. Right? Because we saw earlier 4C3 and 4C1. So 4 minus 3 is 1, 4 minus 1 is 3. But still you can work it out. So again 5 factorial upon 5 minus 3, which is 2 factorial, and into 3 factorial. So it is one and the same. Right? So we get 10 possible ways. And how many ways will we get for 5C4? 5C4 will be 5C4. So 5 factorial upon 5 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial. 5 factorial can be written as 5 into 4 factorial divided by 1 factorial is 1. 4 factorial. This is 5 ways. Right? So this we say this is the formula that we use for finding the number of possible ways of selecting r things from n different things. Right? Here, as you can see, all the things that we have taken are different things, which is really important. We have taken different chocolates here. That is why we got different ways. Had we taken 5 star and Dairy Milk, the different ways of selecting 2 different chocolates would be different. Here we are having different chocolates, so this 3 is different, so n is different. So selecting r objects from n different objects. Okay, and for permutations, if you have to arrange 3 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. Now here the arrangement is important. Like we saw in the case of 1 and 2 is not the same as 2. 1 2 is different from 2 1. So here the arrangement is, suppose I am having, this is the place for the first student, the place for the second student, the place for the third student, and I am distributing the chocolates. I am arranging the chocolates. So I have to see in how many different ways can I arrange 3 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. So I can have a 5 star first, a Perk next, and Dairy Milk. You keep the 5 star over there, interchange the positions of Dairy Milk and Perk. Then I have to keep another chocolate here. So I keep a Perk here, keep a 5 star and Dairy Milk. Then I keep a Perk here, then I interchange the positions of 5 star as well as Dairy Milk. Then I keep a Dairy Milk, similarly I keep the other, and then, so how many possible ways are there? There are 6 possible ways of arranging. So this we call as arrangement, and for this we have another formula which we write as n. We represent NPR. So in this case, our 3P3 is 6 ways. Right? 3 from 3 given chocolates, arranging 3 chocolates, or arranging 3 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. How many ways are there? Okay. Again, here we have arranging 2 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. So we are arranging a 5 star and a Perk, a 5 star and Dairy Milk, Perk and 5 star, Perk and Dairy Milk, Dairy Milk and 5 star, Dairy Milk and Perk. Right? So arranging 2 chocolates from 3 given chocolates. So there are 1, 2, 3 chocolates, and from there we are arranging 2 chocolates. So how many possible ways are there? Again, there are 6 possible ways. So this we say 3P2, that is 6 out of 3 ways, out of 3 given chocolates, arranging 2 chocolates. Now when we have to arrange 1 chocolate from 3 given chocolates, 1 chocolate at a time, there are only 3 possible ways. So we say 3P1 is 3, And when we have to arrange 0 chocolates from 3 given chocolates, there is one way of arranging, that is no way of arranging. So even no way is considered as one way of arranging, right? And the formula of okay, this also we will observe. So when it is 3p3, we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when we are having 3p2, there also we are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3p1 is 3 ways, 3p0 is 0 ways. So for that we have a general formula for factorial for permutations, which is n factorial upon n minus r factorial. With that, if you multiply this r factorial, it will give you number of combinations, and this will be number of r factorial in the denominator. So this will be our 3p3. So if we try to write it like this, it will be, can you tell me 3p3? 3 factorial upon 3 minus 3 factorial. That's it. 6 permutation. So 3 factorial is nothing but 3 into 2 into 1. 6. 3 minus 3. 0 factorial, which is 1. So 6 upon 1 is 6. And if we try 3p2, it will be 3 n factorial is 3 factorial upon 3 minus 2 n minus r. So 3 minus 2 factorial. So again the 3 2's are 3 into 2 into 1 upon 1 factorial. So again it is 6. Since 0 factorial and 1 factorial are same, we are getting the same result over there. Right? So this is what permutation is all about. It's all about arrangement, and combinations, it is about what is that? Selection. So whenever we are getting problems, we will have to look for these words. Is it a problem for selection or is it a problem for arrangement? Okay. Now, where and how it is used in Chandas is very interesting. So what this is, this G is a Guru or a long syllable, and L is a Laghu or a short syllable. So I have a single syllable prasara. So prasara is nothing but an array. So if I have to arrange, instead of G and L, let me just take 2 and 1. Say for example, I have two numbers 2, 1. Out of that, I have to make a single digit number. How many possible ways are there? Either I can write 1 or I can write 2. Right? And if I have to make 2 digit numbers with them, so how many different possible ways are there? So it will be either I can write 1 2 or 2 1. Since it is numbers, arrangement, so 1 1, 2 2. So how many ways are there? 4 ways are there. When you have 2 digits, here you had single, this is 2 digits. What if we have 3 digits? How many different ways would be there? 8. So let us try to write it down. So when the number of digits are increasing and we have to express them or make a 3-digit number with the digits 1 and 2, if we have an order of writing, if there is a particular order that we can follow, then it will be easier to list down all the possible ways. Otherwise, there is a possibility that we might miss some particular way. So how to list down all these things? So what do you think? I mean, how can we list down if we have to write 3-digit numbers with 1 and 2, such that all the numbers we write? So first number, okay, 3-digit number. 3-digit number. 0 is not there. We only have 2 digits, 1 and 2. 1 1 1. Okay, this is one number. Another number 1 1 2. So you have selected a particular way. So how you are going? You are going in the ascending order probably. Okay. Next number 1 2 1. Then 1 2 2. Okay. 2 2 1. 2 2 2. Is that all? something we have missed, right?
2, 1, 1.
We have missed 2, 1, 2. So how many ways are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did we miss something else also? 2, 1, 1. So when we don't follow one particular order, or if there is no logic for that, then there is a possibility that we might miss something. So for that, in Chandas also this thing came, like when we have a short syllable, lagu, and we have a long syllable, and we just want one syllable in one line. So how many ways are there? Either it can be a guru or it can be a lagu. Just try to replace this with 1 and 2. When we are having two positions and 2 syllables, so it can be either guru guru or it can be lagu guru or guru lagu or lagu lagu, just like your 2 2 1 1 1 2 2 1, right? But if we have three something like this, so how do we write down all the possible list down all the possible ways without missing out any possible option? So this is what Pingala was discussing. I mean, this is one of the topics that Pingala discusses in Chandas, and he gives a way other. If you just observe this also, you will find some pattern. You see some pattern in that. What is that?
Last one, first number is kept as such for 4.
G. Guru. Lagu.
Then 2 to alphabet.
Guru. Lagu. Guru. Lagu.
Then you interchange.
Guru. Lagu. Right? So one way of writing down this is just write down first. Write Guru Lagu alternate, and then take 2 gurus, 2 lagus, 2 gurus, 2 lagus. Then next we will take 4 gurus and 4 lagus. Now this is for 3 syllables. What if we have another position? So what should be the next column? 8 times G. Then L. Here again we will repeat G. So next below this will be 4 G's, 4 L's. So here also 4 G's, 4 L's. 2 G's, 2 L's, 2 G's, 2 L's, 2 G's, 2 L's, 2 G's, 2 L's. GL.
Does that formula say so, or it is apparently like that what we are?
No, he describes this as this is one way how you can construct. One way of construction is given. We can construct it like this also. Another alternative way is given.
But
we will just complete.
Semantically, it will not be correct because
we will come to that. You are talking about co-lexicography or lexicography or
no, not like that. My point is we are constructing record by record. So if we take in this fashion, then semantically it is wrong.
Yes, I will come to that. I will come to that. So if you wait for another 5 minutes, I suppose your doubt will be clear. So what here he suggests another way that he does is, this is one way. I hope everybody got this particular way, right? Arrange GL, then GG, LL, and then you go. Another way is start with a row of all gurus. So let us start. If it is a 3 syllable prastara, we will start with G and G. Guru. There are 3 syllables in every line. You can write it down later. I will give you this presentation. First, I think you can understand the technique. So we will write Guru, and then we start scanning from the left. We start looking from here. When we see the first guru, below that we write a lagu, and whatever is there on the right side, just copy it down. Guru and Guru. Again we start scanning from the left side. The first guru that we encounter, that is the root. The first guru that we get here, this is lagu, so ignore lagu. First guru that we get, below that you write a lagu. Whatever is there on the right side, copy down as it is. And on the left side, always put a guru. Again we will start looking from the left side. First is, we get a guru. So below that we write a lagu. Whatever is there on the right side, just carry down as it is. Again we start scanning from the left. When we get the first guru, below that we write a lagu. On the left side, keep writing gurus. Again, start scanning from the left side. We encounter the first guru. Below that we write a lagu. Copy down the remaining things as it is. Start scanning from the left. First guru, lagu. This is as it is. Then we write a G on the left side. Again we start scanning from the left. First guru, we write a lagu below. Then whatever is there on the right side, just write down. There is no more gurus, so we can't scan further. So from the all gurus, we have come to all lagus. And how many ways are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing that we had got over there. Right? 4 plus 4, 8 different ways. And as you can see, it is the same pattern that you get here. 4 gurus and 4 lagus, 2 gurus and 2 lagus, 2 gurus, 2 lagus, guru lagu, guru lagu, guru lagu. That way we can follow. Right? This is from the greatest number, largest number to the smallest number. 3 gurus to 3 lagus. Now we can replace this by 2 and 1. Any 2 digits. I am just taking 2 and 1. So we can write 2, 2, 2. Now we are just looking at an arrangement. It need not be in ascending or descending order. We are just taking this one and start scanning from the left. After the first 2, I write down 1. Whatever is there on the right side, I carry down as it is. I start scanning from the left. From the first, below the first 2, I write down 1. Then on the right side, I am having a 2. I copy it out as it is. Then here I put a 2. Right? Start scanning from the left. So what will come here? 1, 1, 2. Next line, can you tell me?
2, 2, 1.
Here start scanning from the left. So here 2. So 1. What is left is 2. Now 1, 2, 1. Start scanning from the left. So here 1 as it is. Here 2. Next 1, 1, 1. Right? As you can see, it is not in the descending order, but we are starting from 2 to 2 and ending with 1, 1. If we look at the mirror image of this one, let us try to see the mirror image of this one. 2, 2, 2. What will be the mirror image of this one? 2, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2. 2, double 1. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1. This is in the descending order. Yes. So from greatest to the smallest, this will be the mirror image of that. And it is actually when we read Ankana Mamato Giti, it automatically becomes that. Start reading from right side, then it will be in that way only. So Pingala does not consider this mirror image, but for our understanding, we can say if we take the mirror image, then from the greatest to the smallest number or the largest to the smallest number, we can start writing in this particular form. Can you try out for 4 syllables, like start with 4 G, 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 G and reach to L, 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 L. See how many different possible ways are there. The rule is the same. 60. There is a rule that we discussed. Yes. So we start with 4 gurus. Next will be, we start scanning from the left.
It should be lagu.
Lagu. Write down whatever is there here. Guru, Guru, Guru. Then we start scanning from the left. First Guru. Below that we write a Lagu. Then write down the gurus as it is below. Then put a guru on the left side. First guru, Lagu, Lagu, Guru, Guru. Then first guru. So here Lagu, Guru. Rest everything should be Guru. Next would be again first guru. So we put a Lagu that. Carry down whatever it is below that. Again start scanning from the left. First guru, put a Lagu below that, and whatever is there on the right side. On the left side put a guru. Again start scanning from the left. Lagu, 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 Guru. Again start scanning from the left. Here will be Lagu, Guru, Guru, Guru. So G, 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 L. So below the first G I put an L. Rest everything is same. Again L, G, L. Here G. On the left side you always put a G. L. This will be L, G, L. Start scanning from the left. First G. Below that you put an L. Right side will be L. Then there will be G and G. First G. So L, G, L, 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 G, L, 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 L. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have not left out or missed out anything. Now if we reverse this thing, if you take the mirror image of that, you take 2 for Guru and 1 for Lagu, and from 2, 2, 2, 2 up to 1, 1, 1, 1, the mirror image would be in the descending particular order. So these kind of things were discussed in the part of Chandas, where you have to make, you have to list down all possible ways with 3 syllables or 4 syllables or 6 syllables or 8 syllables. How many different possible ways can be there? So the first, if it is a 4 syllable verse, so then it can be either 4 gurus or it can be 1 Lagu, but 1 Lagu can be here, here, it can be some different places also. Right? So like that, this if we try to replace with numbers also, we can write down algorithms for this. So Pingala gives this one, and now if you want you can just take down this process, that is start with the row of all G's, that is what we did here. Scan from the left to identify the first guru, place a Lagu below that. The elements to the right are brought down as they are. All the places to the left are to be filled by gurus. Go on till a row of only Lagus is reached. So this, using this, we can find out how many different possible ways are there. Right? Application of this in Chandas, they were trying to find out when they were doing, when they were listing down different possible ways of making, you call this 4 matra prastara, 4 matras, 4, no, that is what. So in Chandas, what they were discussing is, if I have to make a verse with 4 syllables, how many possible ways are there? Now in Chandas, I don't know if they were actually writing down, or from this, like that way you pointed out, which is the best possible verse it would tune in a better way or something like that. Where they were applying, so they were just dealing with mathematics part in that when they were doing Chandas. In that, what are the, if you have to list down, then how would it?
This will be seen in Upajati Vrittas,
Okay.
not in Matra Vrittas, because 4 Lagu is not equal to 4 gurus.
No, there are two things. One is during the Vedic period or in the Sanskrit text you will find a different rule, and for vernacular languages you will find a different rule. In some things it is like the total should be same. That is, if Guru is given 2 and Lagu is given 1, So the total of everything should be 8. In that case, here it will be 2 laghus and 3 gurus. So that is for a different text.
That is called Matragana.
Sorry?
It is called Matragana. If aksharas in the same numbers, that is called Aksharagana.
Aksharagana.
There is 2 type of chandas.
And that Aksharagana is used for, it comes in Sanskrit text.
Aksharagana is available in all others as well. This is to give you the description of a vrutta. Let it be Aksharagana vrutta Matra. Means sir has given you a general idea of how the combinatorics works.
We started with combinatorics. So the initial part, so that is.
If you take Anushtupa Chandra, then what is Anushtupa Chandra you know. So that is one out of this combination. So, take Mandakranta. So that is one out of this combination. So it need not be in order 4 always. It can be anything.
Okay.
The length of the meter is independent. That is given, and then what are the aesthetically appealing forms that are called as a vruttas, and those are given the names.
We will continue, and then of course you will have a lot of discussion opportunities for that. So this is So if you have, there are 2 procedures. Like suppose to find the metric pattern in a row of a prastara, start with the row number. Okay, this is another way that is given to find the metric pattern in a row of a prastara. So this what we have listed out, this array that we have listed out. In that, if you have to find the metric pattern in a given row, so if we have to find the metric pattern of a row, particular row, say suppose I want to find the metric pattern in the second row, what is the particular, or how will I find out without actually listing down? Or if I want to directly find out what is the metric pattern in the 7th row or 10th row or 9th row, so how will we find out? So this is the formula. So before going to the formula, we will just look at a practical example and then we will see. So first what it says is, if we have to find the 9th metrical form, so you take the number 9. So the first rule what it says is to half it if possible and write an L. If it cannot be half, add 1 and half it and write a G. So if we try for, say suppose if we want to check for 6th row, or say let us take initially let us take a little bigger number, 12th row. So half it, we get 6. So it can be half, it's an even number, so I put a laghu. Then I take the 6, again I can half it, so I get 3. So again 6 can be half, so I write laghu. This 3, it cannot be half, so I add 1 and divide by 2, so I get a 2. So since it's an odd number, I have to add 1, so I write a guru. Then 2 divided by 2, I get 1, it is divisible, so laghu. So you can check the 12th row in this, what you have written down, this 4 syllable prastara, G, yes, you find L, G, L. You can see in your own listing. So let us try for some other number, let us try for 14. So the rule is this, first we write down the number 14 and if it is divisible by 2, we write an L. So here it is 7. 7 cannot be divided by 2, so I add 1 and divide it by 2. 8 by 2 is 4, so this becomes a guru. 4 can be divided by 2, so it is 2. So this is laghu, and 2 divided by 2 equals 1. This is also a laghu. So laghu, guru. So you can see the 14th row will be L, G, L, L. Right? Now suppose we have a 5 syllable prastara. We don't want to list down, and we want to find what is the 28th row. 28th row for a 5 syllable prastara. What will do? Can you tell me the steps? 28 divided by 2, 14. So I will write laghu. 14 divided by 2, 7. Again laghu. 7 plus 1 divided by 2. So 8 by 2, 4.
G.
Guru, 4 by 2 is 2. Lagu, then 2 by 2 equals 1 is Lagu. You can list down and then you will find that on the 28th row you will find this particular arrangement.
Just to add one line, what we are doing is known as a double method of decimal to binary conversion. So the mathematics.
Yeah, so in the end we will discuss. I will keep some 15 minutes in the end for discussing. So this is the 28th row. Maybe just for the sake of practice you can find the 13th row in a 4-syllable prastara and 5-syllable prastara. So maybe instead of 13 I will take say 21st row in a 5-syllable prastara. Thirteenth row is a 4-syllable prastara, so we will have only 4 steps. Okay. 13 plus 1 divided by 2, so 7. So G. 7 plus 1 divided by 2, so 4. Again G. Then 4 divided by 2, 2. Again 2 divided by 2, 1. For 5 syllable. No, this for 4 syllable.
GGLGL for 5 syllables.
21 plus 1 divided by 2. So Lagu, we got 11. 11 plus 1 divided by 2. So first was 21 plus 1 divided by 2. We got 11. 11 plus 1 divided by, sorry, G. 11 plus 1 divided 12 divided by 2 is 6. So again we have a G. And then 6 divided by 2 we get 3. So we have a Lagu. 3 divided by 2 is not possible. So we add a 1 here. So we get 2. So this will be G. And 2 divided by 2 it is 1. So we get a Lagu. So Guru, Guru, Lagu, Guru, Lagu. What if we have to find the third row of a 4-syllable prastara? Let's just try third row of a 4-syllable prastara. Four syllables. So that should be 4 syllables. Third row. Third row of a 4-syllable prastara. So third row. So again we have to take 3 plus 1 divided by 2. So this is 2. So first is Guru. Now 2 divided by 2 is 1. So we have a Lagu. Now what will do with this one? Again 1 plus 1 divided by 2. So this will be equal to 1. Guru. Again we will have to do that same thing. 1 plus 1 divided by 2, which is again equal to 1. So this will be Guru. So till we get 4 syllables, if we get 1, we will have to repeat that process up to we get 4 syllables. Right? So this is one method. There is another method where if we replace all Gurus by 0 and all Lagus by 1 and expand using binary expansion. So here we take this as 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 raised to 2, 2 raised to 3. So binary expansion, to write binary numbers, do you want me to just show how to write binary numbers? Everybody knows the procedure of writing. So when we are having say decimal system, so it is 10 raised to 0, 10 raised to 1, 10 raised to 2, 10 raised to 3. So this is the place value, units place, tens place, hundreds place, thousands place. So if we write 2 and 3 here, that means 2 multiplied by 10 plus 3 multiplied by 1. So this means 2 multiplied by 10's place plus 3 multiplied by 10 raised to 0, which is 1. So that is why this becomes 2, 3 written in base 10 is 23, the number 23. So 2 and 3 are actually symbols, but when we put in this place value, like yesterday's example of that, sir was discussing of that tilaka. So because of that place value, it gets a different value. So 2 when it is put in the tens place. So here when we have a 4 here, 4 multiplied by 100 plus 2 multiplied by 10 plus 3 multiplied by 1. So if we have to write in any other system, any other than base system, if you want to write in binary, you just replace all these tens and put there 2 because it is base 2. So these are the place values. So what is the value of units place here? It is 1. What is the value of our earlier tens place? Now it is no longer a tens place. It is, we can say, 2's place or something like that. Or so here we have next places, instead of 100 we have square of 2. Here we have cube of 2. So this will be 8 multiplied by something. So if you write 4, there is no question of 4, 2 or 3 here. We have only digits 0 and 1 for binary. So if we write 1, 0, 1, it would mean 1 multiplied by 4, which is 4, not in binary, in decimal 4. And or let me just write down 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1 multiplied by 1, which will be 1. 0 multiplied by 2 is 0. So the number 101 in binary is actually 5. If you write the number 1, 0, 1, 1, it would mean 1 multiplied by 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0 multiplied by 2 square is 0. 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. So 10, 11. So this is our 11 written in binary form. So what the other method suggests is, if we replace all gurus by 0 and Laghu by 1 and expand using binary expansion. So this is what we would get. So this guru we replace by 0 and next guru also we replace by 0. Next guru we replace by 0. Last one L we replace by 1. So 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 square, 2 cube. Here we are writing in the reverse order. Again, because of Ankana Mamatogati, we are writing in the reverse order for this. So 2 raised to 0 into 0, that is 0. 2 raised to 1 into 0 is 0. 2 raised to 2 into 0 is 0. 2 raised to 3 into 1 is 8. And always we have to add a 1 to that. That is a rule. Why we will see that. So add a 1 to that. So 2 cube plus 1 equals 9. So if you see the 9th row in your prastara, 4 matra prastara, you will get G, 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 L. Just check. 9th row in what you have listed down. G, 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 L. So can you just guess why we are adding that 1?
Because the first row has all G's.
First row has all G's, so we are replacing G's, so it is 0. So it is as good as we are starting counting from 0 instead of 1. G, 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 so that is 0. So to get the actual number, we have to add a 1. So if we have to find the 14th metrical row in a 4-syllable prastara, we have to say this is given to you. L, G, L, L. So if you convert that into binary, so this will be 1. Instead of Guru you replace 0, L you replace 1, L you replace 1, and then 1 into 2 raised to 0 means 1. Second one will be 0. Next is, this was 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 square. So 2 square into 1 and 2 cube into 1. So 1 plus 4 plus 8, and always you have to add a 1. That will give you 14. So that will be this LGLL will be the 14th metrical row in a 4-syllable prastana. So can you try to find the 15th metrical row, 15. Oh, if you sorry, not metrical row, you should be given a prastara and you have to find the number. So let us just take GLLG. GLLG. We have to find this would be in which row? We convert all gurus to 0 and this to 1. So this is 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 square, 2 cube. 0 into 0. So this gurus we can just avoid it. We can just add this one. 2 raised to 1 plus 2 square. Plus 1. So 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 7th row. So this will be in the 7th row. Now the other thing is the reverse thing. If you are to find the row number of a given metrical pattern, scan the pattern to, from the right, start with the row. Okay, then we'll just look at one example. Then it will be clear.
These names are available in Pingala Chandrashastra. This Uddishta, Nashta.
Yes. That is the name of the process. Nashta process, Uddishta process. So Nashta process is where you are given a row number and then you have to find the metrical form in that. So Nashta form, if we are given 14, we have to 14 divided by 2. So we can find the metrical form in that. So given a number, what is the metrical form in that particular row? Uddishta is the reverse. Given the order, given the arrangement, in which row will it appear? So what it says is start with 1. First is L. So double it. So you start, here we are starting from the right side. So L, when you see, first you write a 1. So when you see a Laghu, you multiply by 2. So 1 into 2 is 2. The next is a Guru. So when you encounter a Guru, this 2, you multiply by 2 and minus 1. You get 3. Next is Laghu. So Laghu means you have to multiply by 2, which is 6. And then next is Guru. So Guru means you have to multiply by 2 and minus 1, you get a number. So this will be the 11th metrical form in the 4-syllable prastara. You can just check the 11th row in your 4-syllable prastara. Is it GL, GL? Yes. We will take another example. We will take say L, G, L, G. We start scanning. We have to start with 1. When we encounter a Guru, first one. So 1 multiplied by 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Again when we encounter a Laghu, just double it. So 1 into 2, 2. Next is Guru. So again into 2 minus 1. So this is 3. When you encounter a Laghu, just double it. 3 into 2, 6. Just see if it is the 6th row. Yes? Let us try another one. L, L, G, L. L, L, G, L. L, L, G, L. Can you try it on your own? So first we start from 1. When we see a Laghu, we multiply that by 2. So that is 2. When we see a Guru, we multiply that by 2 and subtract 1. So that is 3. When we see a Laghu, double. So that is 6. When we see a Laghu, again double. So that will be 12. That is the 12th row. This is the reverse process, Uddishta. And this is another method which will be clear here. So GL. So what it is said is you just keep doubling the digits. So numbers placed below, you just write 1, take the double, double and double. Numbers below L. Which are the numbers below L? 2 and 8. Add them and add 1. That will be the row number. We just take the numbers placed below Lagu. Guru ignore. If you remember earlier we had put zeros and ones for binary. So for Gurus we had put zeros. So just imagine this as multiplying by zeros. Right? So what here, this is 2 raised to 1 and this is 2 cube. So add that and add 1 to that. So that will be 2 plus 8 plus 1. So instead of G and GL, suppose we have G, 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 L. So how do we do this?
8 plus 1 9.
Instead of 9, we start from 1, keep doubling
8 plus 1 9.
and then ignore all the numbers under Gurus. What is the number under Lagu? That is 8. Add 1 to that, you get 9. So it is the 9th row. So if you have a bigger number also, if you have something like G, G, L, G, G for a 5-syllable prastara, the same thing can be done. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Double. So here we have to just take this L, the number corresponding to L is 4, add 1 to that, so this will be the 5th row. We can just try for 5-syllable prastara. We didn't try for 5-syllable prastara. G, 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 G and G. Start scanning from the left. First Guru, write down a Lagu. Then second, here Lagu, Guru, Guru, Guru and a Guru here. Okay, next is Lagu. This will be Lagu, Guru, Guru, Guru. Then you have a Lagu, Guru, Guru, Guru and Guru. So this is our 5th row. Right? So this is another process. In fact, there is a very interesting course by NPTEL. NPTEL is a body by IIT, all the IITs and Indian Institute of Sciences, Bangalore. So in this site of NPTEL, you will find lot of online courses. So in that there is a course called Vedic Mathematics in India from Vedic period to modern times. They are all video lectures. You will find right from the Vedic period till recent times how mathematics had developed. So they discuss on different topics also, like Leelavati. There are 3 lectures on Leelavati. On Chandas there is a lecture on Chandas, and Pingala's Chandas there is a lecture, and other 2 Chandas also there are 2 other lectures. So like that, it's a set of I think 40 lectures, video lectures. Very useful. So you can just check for this particular thing, NPTEL course, and the course, and you go to NPTEL website and just type for Vedic period to modern times, and yes, now we can have some discussions. Yes, you were saying something at that time earlier.
No, that was just
The mirror image thing.
He asked where is the application of Anki?
No, before that, while I said no, in 5 minutes it will be clear. Was it the mirror image of?
No.
Related to IT,
No, that was about how to construct it. Yeah. So if we are given only one digit, one place, given 2 symbols, they can be arranged in given 2 symbols and one place. What was your first?
One place and 2 symbols, right? So 2 raised to 1.
There were 2 rows of it. So that becomes our granule, what we call, or atom.
Okay.
And when we get to 2 places, means it becomes a number of 2, length 2. Then the same thing is there. Only thing what you have to add is the same combination will come once along with L, and another time the same will come with G.
G, right.
I just wanted to add why it happens. You said this is a pattern observed, but that there is a
Correct. There would be so these are some like this is the lexicographic order that is called.
That LG was right, more better visualize that.
No, I'm just sharing something like modern terminology. If you want to list down, so in programming there is something called as lexicographic order. So you go in this particular order. Reverse lexicographic is the mirror image of that, and reverse lexicographic is from 3 to 1. You go to 1 to 3. So like that. And here we don't have repetitions. So this is the mirror image of convex lexicography. So like that there are something. But I was just trying to just write a formula.
What I said was why it occurs in that way. So if we are given only two cells, one digit number or one big number, then it becomes one place we put G, another place we put L, and that finishes our job.
Correct.
When you are given one more cell, then whatever you can do, the first one digit arrangements are available with us.
Correct.
So the same we will add with once with G and the next with L.
Correct.
So that becomes your second row.
Correct.
So if you are given one more place, what we will do? The same arrangement of 2 by 2 will be put once with G and another next time with L, and that is why it goes in the order of 2.
Correct.
So therefore it is because
yes, of course, any pattern will have a logic behind
I
that.
was just trying to bring the semantics to that, nothing else than that. And that's why I said if it is a consequence what you are telling or you are saying how to construct. I thought you are telling about construct. But that was not so. Construction is like this one.
Construction, but Pingala suggests this is also a method. Like if a 5th standard student.
It is based upon the consequence. It is not based upon it is what is observed. What we have said.
Yes, based on the observation.
Observed, but then why it occurred in that?
Correct. So, but if we have to share this with some secondary school students, and if they want to construct, so if somebody wishes to construct it like that, they have a free will. Like they can do the construction like that. If they want to understand the logic behind that, or if they have a capacity to understand the logic behind that, then we can explain that particular thing. But how do I do that? If I want to write the table of 9 as 0, 9, 1, 8, 2, 3, 4, it is my wish. Nobody can stop me actually. But if I really want to understand that, then I will have to see why this occurs.
Maybe there is a difference of opinion. I will not say that is your wish. When you say it is a multiplication table, it has to have the logic of multiplication.
Of course, it has to have a logic of multiplication.
Just looking at the pattern and replicating a pattern. Replicating pattern doesn't mean it has same semantic.
Correct.
Textual substitution is different than the numeric value of that substitution.
I understand.
That's what
And while we are doing this, in fact, if there are any computer teachers here, or like you can share with your the computer teachers in school also. Like when we teach them Excel, in fact in schools we don't teach them much about Excel. We just teach basic formatting and all these things. But we can, in fact, with small conditions like if condition and all, we can write a condition, and then with that if you put that formula. So if you see here, I've just written down some formulae. So if I remove this all G's, so this thing, the entire thing will change. If I put the first thing as G and G, so it will list down all the, ignore the caps and this thing, but it will list down. So we can create a formula even in Excel to list down all the possible things. So when we do such things in combinatorics also, if we can do in 11th and 12th standard especially, and there we can just give them some logic. So this will be like learning some conditional, using some formula in Excel as well as applying something that we are learning in combinatorics over there. So it can be beneficial in both areas. Anything else other than that, or we'll take a break? Sorry? Next.
Actually, sir was talking about concrete maths yesterday also. The combinatorics plays a very important role in that, and there we are. The first principle starts with well-formed formula. So if you don't understand how to construct a well-formed formula, what is the use of learning combinatorics?
Yes, I very well agree with that particular point. Like, of course, anything in mathematics that we learn, we have to understand. Like many a times, even in the table of 9, we just learned this. I remember my teacher teaching me this particular pattern when I was in first standard or second standard. This is an easy way of remembering the table of 9. So at that particular time, it created an interest in me. This looks really beautiful. So I like going through that. At that particular point of time, it can be used to create an interest just to show that, okay, this is simple. Later on, definitely we should understand what is the logic behind that, or why it happens only in the case of 9, why not in the case of 7, why not in the case. So I am not contradicting that. But if anybody is writing this, like they might not be a mathematics student, but for the sake of ease and all, people have their own choices. So I am not saying that we shouldn't go beyond that behind that particular logic. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.